Python, JavaScript, Java, C++, Go, Rust, and so on and so forth. If you're just starting out, it's way too easy to feel overwhelmed. Everyone has a different opinion on what is the best first programming language, and spoiler, they're all kind of right and also kind of wrong. But in this video, I'm going through all the steps of choosing the first programming language that you should learn, whether you want to build apps, whether you want to analyze data, whether you're interested in getting a dev job, or you're just finally understanding how coding works. I'll break it down to you clearly and with zero fluff. By the way, my name is Fumilayo and I welcome you back to the channel where we talk about everything tech and where we code on Friday. I hope you're enjoying our Coding Friday with Fumi series. If you have a question, leave in a comment. I will try to answer it. Now, let's pick your first programming language. But first, why does it feel so overwhelming? Because the moment you decide to learn programming, you're hit with dozens of languages, opinions, blog posts telling you. One person will tell you Python is the best. Another person will say, if you want to be a real developer, you have to learn C. And there's lots of videos why you should learn JavaScript, why you should learn Python. Oh wait, I even also have a video about why you should learn Python. But it is called analysis paralysis and it is super common. And here is the truth. There is no perfect first language. Every language has its own pros and cons, and what matters is you choosing one and sticking with it long enough to actually build something. Because once you understand how to think like a developer, switching to other programming languages later then becomes easier. So now, what are the things that you should consider when you're choosing a programming language? If you're trying to figure out which language to start with, here are 5 things you should seriously consider. Number 1, what exactly is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to build? If you want to work on websites, then JavaScript might be the choice for you as it runs on every browser. If you want to get into data science, automation on AI, Python is your best friend. If you're dreaming of building mobile apps, then you have to try Java or Swift. And if you're into game development, then C#. So you see, based on what you want to achieve, helps you to narrow down the programming language that you should learn. Your goal will massively influence the best starting points. And then number 2, the ease of learning. Some languages are just easier to pick up than others, and some of them include Python. Python has a very simple syntax. It reads almost like English. Maybe that's why I like Python so much. It is so easy to learn. And number 2, JavaScript. JavaScript can be quirky, but it is everywhere. And number 3, Java. Java is very more strict and verbose, but the structure can help you learn solid programming habits. If you're a total beginner, going with a language that is forgiving can keep you from quitting early. Number 3, real-world use or job opportunity. If you don't just want to learn, you want to build a future with it, right? So that's one thing you have to consider. If I start learning this language, how easy would I find a job? How does this transform into a full-time career? Python and JavaScript are hugely in demand across industry. Java is used by large companies, especially in finance and Android development. Go and Rust are rising very fast, but may be harder to land a beginner job with. A quick tip, you can check job listings in your areas or in the city you like to live in and see what companies are hiring for. And number 4, the community and resources. The best language in the world means nothing if you cannot find help when you are stuck. Python and JavaScript both have a massive community, endless tutorials and active forums, and more niche language like Rust or Kotlin may have smaller but growing community. As a beginner, you want a language where the internet can basically mentor you, where it is easy for you to find help when you're stuck, not when you have no help at all. And then number 5, flexibility and ecosystem. Some language lets you do a little bit of everything. Python is great for scripting, for web apps, for data, for automation, you name it. JavaScript now runs on both front-end and back-end thanks to Node.js. Others like Swift and R are more specific on specific domain. The more flexible the language is, the more paths you can explore without switching too soon. So instead of asking, what is the best language? Start asking, what do I want to build? And what language gets me there with the least friction? And do I have a community when I feel stuck? And can this transform to a full-time career? Those are the things you should think about. All right, now that you know what you're looking for, let's talk about the top 3 languages that most beginners start with and why they might just work for you if you're also considering them. Number 1, which is my favorite. If you've been on this channel, you know that is what I talk about all the time, and it is Python. Python is amazing. It is simple, it has readable syntax even for beginner, it has a massive community and beginner resources, and there are tons of real-world use. You can use it in web dev, we are using Django and Flask. You can use it in data science, AI, automation, and scripting. I think by now I should be like the brand ambassador for Python because I talk about it a lot. And who is it for? People who want to get into data science, machine learning, or just want to learn how to code without fighting the language. And it's also great when you're not sure where to start. Python opens a lot of doors. And if you're curious about learning it, my ebook is out and it is on Amazon. Link is in the description. So that will be a good start for you to learn Python. Number 2, JavaScript. Why is JavaScript so important? It powers the web. Every browser uses it. It has a huge ecosystem. The front end, you can use React or Vue.js. The back end, you can use Node.js and mobile and desktop application. Who is it for? People who want to build websites or become full stack devs. It can be quirky, but once you get it, it is a superpower. Bonus, it is the only language that runs natively in the browser, which makes it great for building and testing things faster. And number 3, we have Java. Not to be confused with JavaScript. Don't do that. They are not the same. Java is so popular because it has a strong typing and structure. It is great for understanding how software works at scale. It runs everywhere and it's used a lot in Android development and big enterprise system. And who is Java for? For people who want to work in large organizations, who wants to build mobile app, Android apps, or prefer a structured learning curve. And it is not the easiest, but it builds the best habits. And now for some honorable mentions, we have C#. C# is great in game development with Unity, and it is beginner friendly, similar to Java. Swift, if you're interested in iOS app, and Go. Go, it is fast, is modern, is clean, but better once you know the basic. And Rust is powerful, it is safe, it has a steeper learning curve, and it is more suited for later. So those are the most beginner-friendly options, and the good news, you do not have to pick the perfect one. Just pick one and start learning. So now let's talk about what you do once you've actually picked one. You've picked your language, now what? This is my recommendation of what you should do. Learn the fundamentals, learn the basics. Do not rush into frameworks or fancy tools. Focus on things like variables, loops, conditionals, functions, data types, and structures. These are the core concepts and they exist in every language. So if you learn them well, you can switch languages later with less friction. Build small projects. Skip the 50-hour tutorial playlist. Instead, start building mini things. I've said it a lot. Start building small projects. Project helps you to solidify what you have learned way faster than just watching video. Number 3, practice, practice, practice. You don't have to code 5 times every day. You just have to show up regularly. If it's 30 minutes every day, if it's today you show up an hour, the next day you show up 30 minutes, you just have to show up regularly and practice. Programming is like learning a brand new language. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. And remember, you don't have to understand everything right away. Stick with it, Google everything, and keep building. You'll be surprised how things start to click so fast. So to recap, there is no one perfect language, just the one that fits you best. Figure out what you want to build, pick a language that makes sense, and start small. And remember, if you're stuck, learning any language helps you learn how to code. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to drop a like, to subscribe, leave a comment, and guess what? I'll see you on Friday for Coding Friday with For Me. And For Me. Bye for now.